In the glittering whirlwind of Hollywood's most coveted unions, few moments capture the essence of enduring love quite like a surprise glimpse into Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco's wedding. Over a month after they exchanged vows in a ceremony that blended raw intimacy with a allure, the couple has once again pulled back the velvet curtain on their special day. Benny Blanco, the music producer whose beats have pulsed through hits for the likes of Rihanna and Justin Bieber, dropped a heart-stirring carousel of photos on Instagram this afternoon. Captured through the lens of acclaimed photographer Sam Blake, the images are more than mere snapshots, they're portals to a celebration where vulnerability met joy, and lifelong friendships shone brighter than any spotlight. The post's caption, a simple yet profound promise to love you forever, landed like a soft melody in the feeds of millions. It's the kind of declaration that doesn't scream for attention but whispers it, drawing you in with its quiet conviction. As fans scrolled through the gallery, jaws dropped at the unfiltered candids, Selena, radiant in a lace Ralph Lauren gown that hugged her like a second skin, laughing mid-vow with Benny's hand steady on her waist. Another frame freezes them in a tender forehead touch, the world fading into a blur of wildflowers and sunset hues. But it's the third slide that steals the show, a poignant embrace between Selena and her ride-or-die, Taylor Swift. The two icons, hands clasped in a grip that speaks volumes, embody 2 decades of shared secrets, stage lights, and unbreakable sisterhood. Selena's gown, ethereal and timeless, contrasts beautifully with Taylor's elegant ensemble, a subtle nod to the pop divas who've conquered charts and hearts alike. This isn't the first time the wedding has sparked a frenzy. Selena herself had teased fans earlier with her own photo dump, honoring Taylor with a caption that read like a love letter, "In honor of Showgirl, blessed to have you by my side almost 20 years later, Gator. I love you forever and always." The Gator nickname? A playful relic from their Disney Channel days, when Selena was belting out tunes on Wizards of Waverly Place and Taylor was penning her debut album in a Nashville bedroom. Fast forward to today, and that teenage camaraderie has evolved into something profoundly adult, a bond tested by fame's tempests, yet fortified by mutual admiration. Who could forget Taylor's fierce defense of Selena during her 2016 kidney transplant, or Selena's quiet presence at Taylor's re-recording Empire launches? These women don't just support each other, they amplify. To truly appreciate the magic of that hand-holding moment, you have to rewind to the reception, where Taylor took the mic and wove a speech that left not a dry eye in the house. In a recent Tonight Show appearance, the Eras Tour maestro spilled the tea on what went down. "I got to see her be the most elegant, gorgeous, not only bride, but just vision that I've ever seen in my life," Taylor gushed, her eyes lighting up with that signature sparkle. "I've never seen anything so beautiful as her on her wedding day, and she deserves all this happiness." But here's where Taylor's grace truly shines. Amid swirling rumors that her toast veered into personal territory, specifically her own engagement to NFL star Travis Kelce, she shut it down with poise. "So I did make a speech, but I actually made a point not to mention anything about my engagement," she clarified with a wry smile. "Nobody wants you to be like, 'Hey, I know this is your wedding day, but I'm engaged.' You know, I was like, don't mention it. Maybe turn it around, you know what I mean? This is her day." Instead, she pivoted to nostalgia, ribbing their shared fashion sins from 2008. Picture it, bedazzled jeans, chunky belts, and enough sideswept bangs to start a windstorm. "We were teenagers and 2008 was quite a year, let me tell you," Taylor chuckled. "And so I talked a little about 2008, and I talked about how happy I am for her and just how beautiful it's been to get to be a part of her life, but I did not make it about me." That's selflessness? It's the thread that ties these two together, a reminder that in an industry where spotlights compete like gladiators, true friends dim their own glow to let others shine. Selena's journey to this altar has been anything but a straight shot. Enter Benny Blanco, the unassuming force who slid into her DMs in 2019 with a recipe for his grandma's matzo ball soup. What started as flirty banter over marinara sauce blossomed into a romance that felt refreshingly normal, no red carpets required, just cozy nights cooking and quiet hikes. Their engagement last December, announced with a cheeky fuck you ring emoji on Selena's story, was peak them, bold, irreverent, real. The wedding itself, held in a sun-drenched California estate, rumors swirl around a Malibu cliffside venue with ocean views that could make poets weep, was a masterclass in understated opulence. Think 150 guests including Selena's Spring Breakers co-star Vanessa Hudgens and Benny's collaborator Kalani, tables draped in ivory linens, and a playlist curated by the groom himself. Expect heavy rotations of Selena's Lose You to Love Me remixed with vintage Motown soul. Sam Blake's photography captured it all: the flower girls, Selena's nieces, scattering petals like confetti dreams, the first dance under string lights where Benny twirled Selena like she was weightless, and yes, that electric Taylor-Selena huddle, whispering God knows what amid the champagne toasts. As these photos ripple across social media, they're not just fueling fan theories. Will we get a full album drop? A joint tour tease? They're igniting conversations about love in the fast lane. In a world where celebrity splits make headlines faster than hits climb charts, Selena and Benny's story feels like a bomb. He, the hitmaker who's ghostwritten for the greats yet stays humbly out of frame; she, the voice of a generation who's learned to prioritize peace over perfection. Together, they're proof that the best duets aren't always on wax, they're lived, line by line, vow by vow. Yet, as captivating as these images are, they leave us hungry for more. What secrets did Taylor whisper during that handhold? Did Benny sneak in a surprise track just for Selena, debuting mid-dance floor? And with Taylor's wedding bells potentially tolling soon, Travis, after all, has been dropping hints thicker than a Chiefs playbook. Will we see these two brides swap war stories over late-night FaceTime? Selena's next chapter, post-nuptials, hints at Only Murders Season 5 filming and rare beauty expansions that could redefine self-care. Benny, meanwhile, teases production on what he calls the album of the summer, with whispers of a Selena feature that could shatter streaming records. Peel back the layers, and this wedding isn't just a party, it's a testament to chosen family. Taylor's speech, in its lighthearted jabs at frosted tips and flip phones, underscored the beauty of growth, from awkward auditions to sold-out arenas, from heartbreak anthems to healing harmonies. Selena, ever the empath, has spoken in interviews about how Benny taught her to show up messy, embracing flaws as the spice of connection. It's that rawness that makes their union magnetic, urging us all to ask, in our own lives, who are the Taylors holding our hands through the chaos? Who are the Bennys turning our vulnerabilities into victories? As the sun sets on another chapter of pop royalty's private fairy tale, one thing's clear: this story's far from over. With more photos surely lurking in the couple's archives and friendships like Selena and Taylor's poised to inspire ballads yet unwritten, we're left on the edge of our seats. Love, it turns out, isn't a finale, it's an endless encore. And if these glimpses are any indication, the next verse promises to be unforgettable.